Oh, you motherfuckers. Okay. All right. I'm putting cases on all you bitches. Huh? You think you can do this shit? Jay! You think you can do this to me? You motherfuckers will be playing basketball in Pelican Bay when I get finished with you.
This build is incredibly easy and has tons of utility, and honestly, unless a quickness healer is required, it might actually take over for my default as an alack healer when I'm not tanking a boss. I'll be covering this build, how it works, and where I think it fits in best in the current 2024 meta. Starting off, it runs the standard gear with all heal supports being full Harrier's gear with monk runes. Your relic is going to be Relic of Caracosa, which heals allies when you use a blast finisher. For weapon sets, you have two options. The standard option that you're going to be running for most encounters is Hammer main hand with Staff offhand, with Hammer being the one that you want to be on the most. Alternatively, in encounters that you want to spread a lot or you are managing a mechanic, you can use Scepter Shield. Note that you'll want to swap to Staff and use your symbol plus skill 2 to get that juicy relic heal, since you won't have any blast finishers on Scepter Shield. Trait lines are going to be Honor, Virtues, and Willbender. In the Honor trait line, the most important trait is Empowering Might, which gives you a ton of might generation just from auto attacking. This trait line also gives you some healing on your symbols. In Virtues, you get a bunch of bonuses to your F skills, and mostly it allows your F2 to pump heals and alacrity to your allies when you trigger its effect with the trait Battle Presence. And Willbender, which gives you healing when your Willbender flames do damage to people, generates might for your allies when you're attacking with your F1 active, and generates alacrity with your F2 active. Group alacrity is reliant on two traits: Phoenix Protocol in Willbender and Battle Presence in Virtues. Food is going to be standard with healing modifier food, rice balls, fruit salad, and bountiful maintenance oil. Since F skills don't override each other, it is extremely easy to maintain might without the need for staff skills, which is a nice change. The playstyle is fairly simple. Just make sure to use your F skills off cooldown. Make sure you are auto attacking the boss. Your skills are basically wide open. Receive the Light is a great heal skill for this build, and if you don't need a ton of CC, then taking Feel My Wrath will help upkeep quickness and fury for your subgroup. It's also getting super speed soon, so I recommend just taking Feel My Wrath and then taking Bane Signet or Sanctuary in one of your other free slots. The 3 utility slots are open to preference, and I found that Bane Signet, Stand Your Ground, and Bow of Truth gives a nice mix of everything, but you can swap them all out with anything else. When running Hammer, it is very important to make sure you finish your auto attack chains, because the last hit drops a symbol which will heal your allies and also provide protection. You can also blast this with Hammer 2 to trigger the relic effect for some healing, and it also cleanses conditions on a really short cooldown. Hammer 2 can also be reset by Banish, which is your Hammer 4 skill, so you can double blast your symbol if you wanted. You can swap to Staff for different spread mechanics or to share some love to people who are outside of the stack, but you are going to want to camp your Hammer or your Scepter Shield more than anything. Your F3 is a situational skill. It gives some protection to allies, but mostly I've just used it for mobility or for some self-stability, and beyond that, it doesn't really provide anything else to your group. So what's good about this build? It's easy to pick up and play, and you literally just poop out boons. You only have a few skills to manage. The rest of the build is wide open for tailoring to a specific encounter. You should have full might, fury, prot, and alack basically for free as long as you're able to attack the boss. You need to be able to trigger your virtue lines. It has high mobility, and moving mechanics out of the way is pretty easy. And lastly, most boons are provided in a large radius, making it pretty forgiving for casual groups that don't stack up too tight. And now for the bad. First and foremost, there is forced movement on this build, which nobody really likes. Everybody just kind of deals with it. Because of this, it makes tanking on this build extremely difficult, because the boss just ends up moving around everywhere, turning around and attacking your squad, and you do not want that. There also is some animation locks, especially on your F1 skill, which you use pretty much off cooldown. So you're going to be dealing with quite a bit of animation locking. Because of these reasons, I believe that this build is great in most strike missions and also pretty ideal on bosses that don't require a toughness tank. It works well in most encounters, especially if you're not tanking. You might also have some ramp up during phases of different encounters. You can swap to your staff to heal and maintain boons during those times, but it's just kind of off. I would recommend playing this build for those players that want to try something different, who are heal support mains and they want to play a different kind of play style of heal support. This feels like a brawlery heal support, and it is really fun to play. It is definitely one that I will be playing more of. So if you want to try something new and you are a healer player, then feel free to gear it up and try it out. And that's the build. Like always, thanks to all my subscribers. A lot of build updates are going to come out with the new weapons, along with a comprehensive Wing 1 raid guide, and the final part of the Guild Wars 2 Trinity covering DPS builds. So if that sounds like something you'd be interested in, consider subscribing, check out my community tab for polls, and like always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.